Breaking news right now as we come on the air for you here at 11 o'clock. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Doug Proffitt. ABC News breaking the new details just after 9 o'clock tonight in a special report that aired right here on WHAS11. A law enforcement official telling the network that a person has been detained for questioning in connection with the abduction of Nancy Guthrie. Now, here's what we know from ABC News at this late hour.
Tonight, the Pima County Sheriff's Department, with assistance from the FBI, has detained an individual south of Tucson for questioning in connection with the abduction of Nancy Guthrie, according to an ABC News law enforcement source. Law enforcement seen searching Annie Guthrie's property, the daughter of Nancy Guthrie, as the search for the 84-year-old grandmother is now in its second week. The FBI today releasing these new critical videos showing an armed person outside Nancy's Tucson, Arizona home during the overnight hours on the day she disappeared. FBI Director Kash Patel posting these images on social media, which were previously inaccessible. The photos show an armed individual appearing to have tampered with the doorbell camera, investigators said, adding that the camera was disconnected around 1:47 a.m. on February 1st. You can see a person wearing a backpack, a mask, and gloves. The FBI saying this person is armed. In this photo, you can see what appears to be a gun in this person's front waistband.
You can get a lot of information now, not only off of the gloves and the front of the backpack, but also his height, his weight, that he may have had the mustache, the color of his eyes, potentially. Even though it is black and white, they may be able to go with the hue of his eyes.
In one video, it appears this person tries to cover the camera with a plant. Pieces of a plant seen on the doorstep next to blood investigators say belongs to Nancy. Sources telling ABC News the Guthrie family was shown these images before they were made public, and they did not recognize the individual. Savannah Guthrie posting the photos to her Instagram saying, "We believe she is still alive. Bring her home."
We believe our mom is still out there.
Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Again tonight, this is a late developing story. ABC News breaking the new details just after 9 o'clock tonight that a person has been detained just south of Tucson, Arizona for questioning in the 10-day-old abduction of the mother of Today Show anchor Savannah Guthrie. We will have breaking news updates for you overnight on this developing story on WHAS11.com and on Good Morning Kentuckiana right here first thing in the morning. Also developing tonight here in Louisville.
I'm so disappointed that you all have not talked to us. I'm really, really, really upset about that.
New at 11, the future of hundreds of jobs at JCPS in the balance tonight. Now on hold for a few more days. Board members saying they haven't had enough time to take in the sweeping plan, which would save money. So the board has decided to call a rare Friday night meeting this week to take up the details of who will stay and who will go. The plan only being made available to them late yesterday. The proposed cuts focus on the JCPS central office. The largest cut comes from operations, 30 positions being eliminated. 18 of those are school bus monitors. 26 positions are being cut from the Opportunity and Access Department. And the biggest addition, though, comes to JCPS Police. Again, adding 55 risk assessment jobs are being added there.
I have been the bookkeeper at Greenwood Elementary School for 11 years. I am a valued part of our school community.
JCPS parents and teachers speaking out against the district's proposed cuts to the central office that board members were expected to vote on Tuesday night.
This is a difficult moment. I've lost lots of sleep, lots of angst.
Every JCPS board member voted to postpone their vote on the hundreds of proposed job cuts.
What is our drop-dead deadline for getting this resolved?
Our drop-dead deadline is now.
The decision came 24 hours after board members first received 11 multi-page district organization charts. The charts outlined more than 200 job cuts.
I don't know that I've had adequate time to look at all of this and wrap my head around it, because it is so many moving pieces and parts.
But I do support your vision, and I do believe in the reorganization. I just need time to digest it.
The charts propose cutting or demoting 213 central office positions and 74 vacant jobs, while adding 178 positions.
I inherited the responsibility to address these challenges because I will be held accountable for these.
Superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood and the board need to cut $132 million from the district's budget. CFO Eddie Munns says these changes would cut $43 million from that budget.
The numbers that we said we were going to hit, we have hit.
So if we pass this reorg tonight, tomorrow we can begin to put the pieces back into place and be sure that in October of 2026, we can meet our obligations.
Absolutely.
Now, that vote is moved 3 days down the line to Friday.
Time is of the essence, and I know that we're at that juncture of overcoming that $132 million budget deficit.
Really pressing for reassurances that these cuts are the right things to do. So I'm interested, why the rush by the Superintendent Yearwood tonight to get this vote done tonight?
So Dr. Brian Yearwood tonight was very apparent. He said it comes with a lot of moving parts. And so come March, the JCPS district has a new portal that opens that have all these opportunities to fill these job vacancies. And what JCPS wants to do, and what Dr. Yearwood said tonight, is they want to start filling those positions from the top down. That way it's cohesive, and people on the upper levels can help interview the process for the levels below them. And Yearwood also said that he's worried, Doug, that qualified candidates will start applying and accept jobs in other districts outside of JCPS come March, April, and May. We also heard from the head of HR tonight, and she did say that the deadline by law here in Kentucky is that people within JCPS and school districts have to be offered a position and then also told their salary by May 15th. So while we did hear Yearwood, everyone's racing against the time. The board ultimately did vote to postpone.
Okay, thank you very much. Alex Dieterich tonight covering the meeting and the big vote possibly Friday night now. Going to be interesting. All right, well, the board has already made decisions related to the budget. Last month, school board members voted to close King Elementary and Zachary Taylor Elementary School at the end of the year. Liberty High School will also relocate to Gaines Academy. Now, the district previously saying that the closures will save about $4 million each year. Well, we're having something come out of the skies tonight. Instead of snow, it's rain, just plain old rain, followed by about a 20-degree drop on the way in our temperatures. And our chief meteorologist, Mallory Schnell, is here with me now. Mallory, walking downtown tonight, I wondered, what is this coming out of the sky? And made me think, is black ice going to be a problem around the area tomorrow?
We will have to watch it tonight, I think, for our northernmost counties where we had a lot of melting and likely the coldest temperatures. But for many of us, temperatures will hover around, if not above freezing overnight. Yes, we are tracking plain old rain showers that are moving into the Louisville metro at this hour. Bigger picture view, a lot of them tonight have been concentrated more so around the parkways and areas south. A few rumbles of thunder here or there, but nothing major, just some pockets of showers. Temperatures are beginning to drop from north to south. We have 50s on the Kentucky side, 40s on the Indiana side, and expect this cold front to continue to push south and southeastward through the overnight hours, taking that rain along with it. We're in store for a drier Wednesday, but a cooler one as well, with highs just in the 40s. We'll talk much more about what you can expect for the rest of the week coming up in our 7-day forecast. Doug?
Mallory, thank you. More top stories for you. New tonight on the Night Team. Police in Jeffersonville are investigating after they say a woman allegedly stole a police cruiser and then hit a police officer there in southern Indiana. It all happened on Wall Street on February 7th as officers were investigating a robbery a few days ago. A release from Jeffersonville police said the suspect, 41-year-old Jasmine Shekels, was able to drive off in a police cruiser, hitting an officer in the process. Other officers chased her towards I-65. Doctors cleared the officer who was hit, by the way, and the county prosecutor is now reviewing the case. Tonight, a 17-year-old is now the 5th person arrested in connection with a deadly shooting police have described as a revenge plot. Milton Ritchie Jr. was found dead outside a car in a ditch near Fort Haven Road on December 20th last year. Officers arrested the latest suspect just tonight. 3 other teenagers, the stepmother of one of the suspects, and 20-year-old Deontez Hodges are all charged in the shooting. In Hodges' arrest documents, investigators say the group lured Ritchie to the scene where he was shot. And also new tonight, Metro Police detectives have arrested and charged this man with murder after a deadly shooting in PRP. 59-year-old Lonnie Roberson is accused of shooting a woman on February 6 near Winstead Drive and Cane Run Road. She later died at the hospital. Investigators say surveillance video led them to identify Roberson as their suspect. And now new developments in the story we first broke right here for you on the night team Friday night at 11. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg today says he's disappointed in a judge's decision to cut a convicted rapist sentence by more than half. Last week, Circuit Court Judge Tracy Davis cut Christopher Thompson's recommended sentence from 65 years to 30. A jury found him guilty of kidnapping, robbing, and sexually assaulting a woman, and also recommended the higher sentence. Metro Council Republicans criticized the judge. Today, the mayor was asked about it.
I think it's very important for individuals to be held accountable when they commit violent crimes, and I think it's important to respect the jury process as part of that. You know, we continue to stay focused every day on preventing and responding to violent crime.
Metro Council Republicans say they'll be releasing judicial records so voters can know more about elected judges and their decisions. Brand new on the night team coming your way next. Two Kentucky leaders side by side tonight. Thomas Massey and Rand Paul answering the question, are charges coming for people in the Epstein files? Plus the South End restaurant investment. Your favorite chain may be coming to Dixie Highway. And then all new tonight. Water everywhere, drains and pipes working overtime. Night team photojournalist Aspen Hester shows us the great snowmelt in action.
And here's a look at today's Kentucky Lottery jackpots. Mega Millions, $366 million. Powerball, $126 million.
The Kentucky Lottery, funding education for over 1 million Kentucky students.